All right, welcome. 1, 2, there's 4. That'll work. We're going to be doing a workout today, so if you need some time to move somewhere where you have some space to be able to move around, you can go ahead and do that. If you were here on Monday, this group would have been, we're going to go over a little bit of a recap. So if you weren't, that's okay. But if you were here on Sunday, we talked about kind of the basics of athletic development and how it pertains to the game of soccer and how we can train for the specific demands of the game. So we're going to transition into giving examples of those types of workouts, emphasizing different demands of the game. So if you weren't here on Sunday, my name is Coach Ciara. You guys can go ahead and turn your cameras on because we're going to be doing exercises that I need to make sure that you guys are all doing them correctly. And then if you could, go grab a few things to use as obstacles. I'm just going to use cones, but you can use shoes, you can use books. You're going to need a few. And then a weighted object. I was going to use just my full water bottle, and then here, and then a water, okay, because we'll have some rest breaks in between. So kind of a recap of Monday. We talked about the different demands of the game. We went more in depth, obviously, than these points. We talked about how it kind of differs between positions and age. So these demands, the ones that I bolded, are what we're going to more focus on in this age group of the 16-year-olds and above. A lot of the balance and coordination that we talked about is stuff that's trained at a younger age. Of course, you can still train it, still get better at it, but we're going to focus on the strength, the endurance, and then the speed and agility, which I'm just combining in one. So the strength is really going to be our backbone for all of the exercises that we're doing. But we're going to get some of that speed, agility, endurance in there as well. There will be some balance because a lot of balance and coordination has to do with injury prevention. And if you were there on Monday or you watched the video about Mondays, I have a passion, I went on a tangent about injury prevention. So a lot of these exercises do pertain to that. I'll have you do that. Okay. Hopefully everyone is ready. They've got the obstacles. If you do have a exercise band, you can use an exercise band. If you don't, these are still going to be beneficial without one. So everyone go ahead and stand up. We'll get started here. I'm going to back up away from the camera a little bit. Whenever you guys are ready, I'll just wait till everyone gets their camera on and you're in a space where you can work out. You don't need too much space, just some side to side and forward and back. Awesome, thank you guys. Ty, Alyssa, we're waiting on you guys. Thank you. All right. So in all these exercises, I'm going to be starting the timer up in the corner, so you can pay attention to that as well. I'll show you all the exercises and I'll demonstrate them, and then I'll start the timer and we can kind of go through them together here. So the warm-up, The first one is going to be cherry pickers, which are you're following opposite arm, opposite leg, and you're jumping up as high as you can here. And it's just to get your heart rate up. So we're going just one after another. That's the cherry pickers. The second one is a single leg RDL, which you're standing single leg, a little bit of bend in your knee, and you're bending down, touch your fingertips to the floor, and then staying up on that leg. I want to show my feet here. Staying on that leg, you're going up into a calf raise. Back down, touch the ground, up, calf raise. Okay. Third one, plank shoulder touches. You're gonna be down into a plank, and you're just alternating arms here. Get a good warm up in your arms and your core. And then last one is sumo squats. So sumo squats are just a wide stance, and you're squatting down, and you're trying to touch your butt as close as you can to the ground there. So for each one, just try to do as many as you can in the 15 seconds. So you'll do 15 seconds of cherry pickers, so on, all the way through the sumo squats. All right, ready? Whoops. And go ahead. Cherry pickers first for 15 seconds. Opposite arm, opposite leg. See how much height you can get there. Good. Then you're going to go into the single leg RDL, up into that single leg calf raise. See if you can balance on that one leg. Good. Down into a plank. Alternate those shoulder touches. Good. Last one, sumo squats. Make it kind of a wider stance than shoulder width. Good. We're just going to go through that same rotation twice. Hopefully get you sweating a little bit before we start. Go ahead, same thing, cherry pickers, 15 seconds. Good. Next one, single leg RDL, just switch to the leg that you didn't do yet. Whoops. Good. Next one, into the plank, shoulder touches. Good. And then that last one, sumo squats. All right, good work. So that's the end of kind of the warm up that's supposed to get the blood flow to your muscles, get your heart rate up. And then the last thing I like to do after a warm up, just add in some mobility stuff. So for this one, we're going to do arm swings, swinging out kind of as far as your shoulders will allow. I think it's kind of a self hug. And as you do this, we're just going to do a hip bend. So we're just bending at the waist all the way down. You should feel that in your hamstrings. Go through that 2 or 3 times. After you're done with that, then some hip and leg. So we're going open the gate, and you can swing out your lower leg when you go out. So up and then out. a few times each leg. Then you're gonna do the same thing inward, so you're keeping that knee bent when you go up, and then as you go forward, you're straightening your leg. Good. All right. So we're gonna move on to rotation 1. So now each exercise is gonna last for 30 seconds. The 30-second timer is up in that left-hand corner again. So these are our 3 exercises. I'll demonstrate them first, just like the warm-up, and then we'll go ahead and do 30 seconds each, and we'll go through that list twice, just like we did in the warm-up. So a single leg lateral jump, this is where you're gonna need an obstacle of some sort. If you absolutely don't have one, you can just kind of imagine one, that'll work as well. So going here, backwards. Okay, so single leg lateral jump. If I'm going on my right leg, I'm gonna do 3 jumps, 1, 2, 3, and after my 3rd jump, my next jump is gonna be as far as I can go to the side. This is the ski jump part of it. So I'm going as far as I can go to the side, and you're gonna try to balance there, okay? Then I'll switch to my other leg. I'm going 1, 2, 3, and then off to the side, and I'm holding that stance. Hold the stance until you stop wobbling, boom, it's solid. Then you can switch to that other leg. 1, 2, 3, big jump, okay? That's the lateral jumps. And then number 2, you're doing something really similar, but we're going forward and back. And this one I want to be with both feet. So you're going 1, 2, this will be 4, down into a squat, and a broad jump. Okay, so you're jumping as far as you can forward on that one. And then last one, I know some people hate burpees, but we're gonna do kind of a fun, different kind of burpee. So you're going into a squat, how you would start, jumping up, coming down. I won't make you do the push-up, but then as you come up, you're gonna spin, back up, down, spin. So you're spinning in a 180, okay? And each of these, no need to count how many you do. Just do as many as you can in the 30 seconds. All right, single leg lateral jumps with the ski jump. Ready? Go ahead. Good. The more you bend that knee, the more you'll feel it in your quad and your glute. Good work. All right. Now both feet, the forward and back with the broad jump. This one, really try to jump as far as you can forward. Good. When you land, see if you can have a soft landing. Really bend those knees to brace. Good, and time. Last one, burpees with a spin. If you want to add in the push-ups to make it more difficult, you can. Good. So you can land in that squat and push right out of that squat to go in the spin. Good. All right. We're going through the rotation another time. When we get back to the first one, so the single leg lateral jumps, I really want to challenge you, see how far you can push off on that last jump, on that ski jump. And then on top of that, see how fast you can get off your foot. So after I do those 3 jumps, they're super quick. I want to get as fast as I can over this cone. And then when I land here, I know I took a pause, but I want to see how fast you can get into that ski jump. So can you go from small jump, small jump, small jump into that big one? See if you can transition quickly. All right. Whoa. No, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Okay. Go ahead. Make sure you're switching legs each time too. Good. Yeah, that's better. Good. Same thing with the forward and back. Go ahead. Oh. Now go. Good. Last one. The burpees with a spin. Good. All right. You can go ahead, take a rest. We'll go 30-second rest. Grab some water. Stretch anything if you need to. Also, I forgot to mention, if you have any questions or comments throughout this, feel free to interrupt. You can just unmute yourself and good. All right, so before I move on to part 2, I just want to talk a little bit about each section. So the last section was a lot of agility with a little bit of speed, and obviously it works on strength. Like I said, strength is going to be kind of our underlying theme with all of these. But this is just a good idea for being able to do some sort of agility exercise without having too much space, right? We only used really 1 cone to be able to go side to side and to be able to go forward and back. So if you ever wanted to alter this, sorry, my cat's getting in the way. If you ever wanted to alter this, you could always add more forward and backs. You could add more side to sides. If you're with a partner, you could have, I'm jumping forward and back over and over until my partner says go, and that's when I have to get into my squat and do my broad jump to add some of that coordination and some reaction time. So these are just really basic ideas of different things that you could do if you want to develop your own strength exercises. Okay. I don't want the timer again. Okay, rotation 2. This is going to be upper body. So, yay. Let's do, we're going to do the same thing, 1 through 3, 30 seconds each, and 2 rotations of it. So, this first one is you're in a plank, and whatever your weighted object is, I know mine's an empty water bottle, but you can have something heavier if it's like a 5-pound weight or whatever. You're up into a plank, and you're going to be grabbing with the opposite arm and moving your weight off to the side. Come back to your plank, reaching through, moving it off to the side. To really challenge yourself here, you can really reach it out as far as you want in order to challenge that other side when you go through. Okay, the key for this one is whenever you lift up, that reaching arm. I don't want to see this, and I don't want to see too much bend at your core. Can you stay kind of just centered and move it? You'll feel that in your abs a lot if you try to just stay centered. And then number 2 is push-up jacks. So sounds pretty much exactly what it is. You're going to be doing a push-up. You're going to go down into a push-up. You're going to come up. And then you're going to do a jumping jack motion with your legs. Okay. Then the third one, the plank reach and kick. This one really works on balance and then the coordination between your arm and your leg. So you're going opposite arm, opposite leg. I'm going to be in a straight arm plank. And if I'm lifting my left arm, I'm going to lift my right leg at the same time. So same thing, opposite side. And same for this one, you're going to try to just keep your back straight as possible. Alrighty. Go ahead, you can get in plank position and get your weight. Ready? Go ahead. Good. Good. You shake your arms out. We're going to move on to the push-up jacks. Ready, go. Down and push-up, up. Yeah, good. Good. Next one, the plank reach and kick. This one's pretty difficult, so if you need to go slow, that's fine. This one's more about that control and balance there. Good, all right. We're gonna do that all again. So shake out your arms. For the plank weight moves, only thing, make sure that it's going under your arm. So set it under, so that way you're kind of having to bend your shoulder to reach under. You'll feel that more in your obliques rather than out in front of you. So under the arm for that one. Otherwise, good job. Let's go again. Ready, go. Good, next one, push-up jacks. Ready, go. Almost done, almost there. Good. All right, last one for the plank reach and kick. Really focus on if you were to have to balance a soccer ball between your shoulder blades, really try to focus on being able to maintain that posture, that flat back, even when you pick up that arm. So go as slow as you need to, because that balance and that coordination strength is really what we're trying to work on here. So 30 seconds, ready? Go ahead. Hopefully you can see how we're getting some endurance work in here as well, doing these one after another. Good. All right, that leads us into 30 seconds rest. Grab something to drink, stretch anything. We've got one more rotation of 3, and then we're gonna do competition, 3 competitions, and then cool down. So doing good on time here. All right, so for rotation 3, we're back on legs, and this is going to be a little bit more of leg strength, where the first rotation was more of that agility, speed, and with a little bit of strength. This is going to be mainly lower body strength. So if you do have a band and you want to use it, I'll show it with a band. If you don't have a band, you can definitely get I think they have like 3 packs of these on Amazon. They're pretty cheap. And these are great tools to be able to use some resistance, especially when you're doing injury prevention exercises. So highly recommend, maybe a Christmas gift. So this first one, we're going to be doing just a regular squat. But the trick about this is when you get down to the bottom, you're going to shift onto one leg. So I'm shifting onto my left leg, and I'm going to be pushing up with just that leg, okay? I'm squatting down. Now I'm going to shift onto the other leg and push up with just that one leg, okay? We're getting a little bit of balance. We're getting in that single leg strength. You should feel this a lot in your glute, right in your butt, and then a little bit in your quads, but I mainly want your glutes and your hamstrings here. Okay, second one. We're doing low hold lunge. So you're starting in the lunge position, and staying with this knee bent, you're moving your leg outward to a side lunge, back to a back lunge, out to a side lunge. This one's gonna burn. You're gonna do, let's do 15 seconds one side, and then I'll let you know when to switch, and then you go other leg, back, staying in that low lunge. Get it out to the side. Last one is a single leg hip bridge with calf raises. So for this one, you're on your back, legs are bent. You're going up with one leg here. And then once you get there, I want you to go up on your toe. Okay, so that's the single leg hip bridge. Really try, and I'm not doing great at it, really try to keep your hip in line with your knee at a straight line here. And going up on your toe. That one you should feel a lot in your hamstrings right back here. Okay. So for this first one, for the squat, just switch every other squat, switch legs. Alrighty, 30 seconds. Ready, and go. Squat all the way down, good. All right, next one, get in that low lunge, start going backward and then move off to the side. Really try to keep that knee bent at 90. This one's gonna burn. Go ahead, switch legs. Good. All right. On your back for the single leg hip bridge plus calf raises. We'll do one leg for the full 30 seconds here, and then we'll switch next time. Go ahead. Really challenge yourself. See how high you can get up on that toe. Good, and back up. Okay, we're going back to the first one, the squat, and up on the single leg. See if you can squat, not all the way down like the sumo squat, but see if you can squat just a little bit lower than 90 and really, really challenge that single leg to have to push your body weight up. Ready, go. A little bit lower than 90, shift, good. All right, next one, get into that low lunge. I'll let you know when it hits 15. Go ahead. And switch. Good, that one's difficult. You guys are making it look easy. All right, third one, single leg hip bridge. Just do a leg that you didn't do last time. Ready, go. Really reach those hips up towards the ceiling. Try to keep that straight line. Good, and rest. So this will be our last 30 seconds of rest before we go into a competition. We'll do 3 different competitions, just taking exercises from each section that we just did. All right, my favorite part right here. Okay, so we're gonna do 3 competitions. Well, there is 3. I don't know why the third one's not showing up. So it's a different exercise from each section that we just did. The first one, again, we're just gonna go for 30 seconds, but this time I want you to count how many you can get done in that 30 seconds. So the first one is gonna be how many burpees can you do? Same thing, the burpee with the spin. How many can you get in 30 seconds? So I want you to count the spin portion. So every time you spin that 180, that counts as 1. So up, down, 180, 1. You're gonna do that for 30 seconds. Then we'll go through and you can either hold it up on your fingers or just unmute yourself and say how many you got. And then whoever the winner is gets to choose a punishment for everyone else, like 5 more burpees or 5 jumping jacks, something like that. Okay, so 30 seconds, burpees with the spin. Don't forget to count. Ready, and go. Good. Go ahead, say your score. Reed, what did you get? 9. Alyssa, what'd you get? Hold them up again.
9.
9. Ty, what'd you get?
13.
13. And then your Zoom doesn't have a name on it.
I got 15.
Tori, okay. Now I see it. Tori got 15. Okay, Tori, pick 5 exercises, punishment exercises.
Jumping jacks. We'll just do that.
5 jumping jacks. Just going easy on you guys. All right. Now this next competition, you're doing how many of those plank weight moves can you do in 30 seconds? So that's where you're using whatever weight you've been using, pulling it from underneath, moving it off to the side. So this one, it's okay if you don't move it too far off to the side, right? We're going for speed here. Okay. How many of those can you do in 30 seconds? So just let's say count every time you set your weight down on the ground. All right. Everyone get in plank position. Ready. Oh, why is it doing that? Ready and go. Good. All right, Reed, what'd you get?
18.
18. Tori, what'd you get?
20.
20. Alyssa.
22.
Ty, what'd you get?
18.
All right, Alyssa, choose 5 of something.
5 sit-ups.
5 sit-ups. All right, last one. It's not up there, but we're going to be doing the squat down with 2 legs and then squat up with 1. So again, this one has a little bit of balance in it. So hold your balance, but also we're looking for speed now. So each single leg push up is 1. If you want to start already squatting down, you can. Ready, go. Good. All right, Tori, how many?
25.
25. Reed.
18.
18. Alyssa.
23.
23. Ty, what'd you get?
25.
25. A tie. Okay. Ty, you can pick 5 of something.
Let's do 5 push-ups.
5 push-ups. I like it. We get a whole variety. Good. All right. Good work, you guys. This last part is just a cool down. Again, we have those arm swings that you can do. High kicks are just like Frankenstein kicks. Toe reaches. You're just standing, bending down, touching your toes. These are just different exercises that you can do along with just some deep breathing just to get your heart rate down. I know we didn't do anything like super, super intense. So sometimes you don't need to cool down, but just some good stretching is good for your muscles. And then last one, just some wide stance, slow squats. You're just going down. The slower you go, the more stretch you feel here. So even if you just pick a few exercises that every time after you do a workout that's gets your heart rate up and is a little over that 30-minute mark, you should be doing some sort of cool down. So this is just an idea on things that you can use. So for you guys, our next meeting is on next Monday, so a few days from now at 7:15. And we'll be doing something similar to what we did this week, where the first day we do mainly a presentation, PowerPoint kind of discussion with a little bit of movement. And then on the Friday, that's when we'll do our workout. So thank you for coming. Feel free to come back on Monday. I hope to see you guys there. Hopefully this gives you some ideas on exercises that you can use when you're making your own workouts and stuff. If you guys have any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, have a great night. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.